All right, everybody, welcome back to UKSG. We're here to raise money to support Crisis, a charity supporting people out of homelessness for good. And now we have DigitalDuck running Final Bobble. Take it away.
Yep, so as you heard on DigitalDuck, we're going to be just getting straight into the game. Do we have word on the bid war?
Absolutely. Let me give it one final refresh. And it looks like with a lead of $30, we've got $60 to $30. Looks like Bub is winning, so we're going green today.
All right, so we're going for one player mode then. Because the way you play as Bob is you just select two player and then play as the second player, because that's all we can do. So we're playing as Bub, so we're going to start in 3, 2, 1, go. I'll let the intro play out. So yeah, so this is Bobble. It's a fairly popular 1986 arcade game. We're playing the Master System version, which was released a couple of years later and has a whole bunch of extra features. It has a bunch of hidden doors and collectibles to unlock, and if you get them all, you end up playing through double the number of levels, so you actually have 200 instead of the original 100. The gameplay is fairly simple. You jump on these platforms, you collect fruits, you blow bubbles at enemies, and then you jump on the enemies to pop them. There are a few various tricks, like you can you can kill an enemy by blowing a bubble when it's directly behind you, and it will instantly kill it without needing to actually put it in a bubble. The timing on that is a little bit finicky, and I'm not sure exactly how much of it is intended. The items that we pick up are actually controlled by the actions we make. So if you look, you'll notice that I'm starting by blowing a whole bunch of bubbles. And that's because doing this should spawn a yellow sweet. It's spawned a blue one, that's interesting. So the sweets improve your stats. The yellow one lets you blow bubbles faster. As in, lets you blow more per second. That kind of faster. The blue ones make them actually fly faster out of your mouth. And then there's also pink sweets, which will increase the distance they travel. Ideally, I want a yellow one to start with, because I want to be able to blow more bubbles. And you can control which sweet you get by the actions you take. If you blow a certain number of bubbles, it should make the yellow sweet spawn. For some reason, it hasn't done that. So we're just going to keep blowing bubbles until it spawns. There's a whole bunch of secrets in the game that we generally ignore in a speedrun. One thing I will make note of the fact is that you can earn an extra life by getting the 6 extend, another blue one. By getting the 6 extend bubbles. When you collect all of them, not only do you get an extra life, but it also automatically completes the level you're on and skips to the next one. So you can play with a bunch of ideas with that and try not to skip the levels you don't like. I find it a bit too unpredictable to actually do that myself, but I know people who run the NES version have got all of this stuff nailed down to the point where it's basically they can get exactly the same items on exactly the same levels each time. I find that amazing. I can't do that. So most of the items you'll see are points. If an item comes up that's does something other than points, I'll let you know. There's a fair few items that are screen clearing. So if you see a lantern or a cross, they're generally items. Another blue. Why is it giving me blue ones? They're generally items that clear the screen and they basically beat the level for you. So yeah, I'm slightly annoyed by the fact that I have to keep blowing bubbles even this late in. But we'll get the yellow sweet eventually. So level 10 is the first one where we actually have a difference. I've just died there. That's not ideal. That's okay. It's not like I had a yellow sweet. The crystal ball, this here, will actually make special items spawn earlier. So usually they wait a few seconds before a few seconds after the level starts before they spawn. And that door will take us to the first item we need to get the good ending of the game. But we're not going for the good ending, so we're just going to ignore it and get any percent. The umbrellas. Now the umbrellas are very important because they let us skip levels like this. Generally they're made to appear by popping water bubbles, which you'll have seen a few of already. That shoe there increases my top speed. So that's very important. The yellow umbrellas will let you skip forward 3 levels. The red ones 5 levels and the blue ones 7 levels. For a good ending, you actually have to be very careful about which umbrellas you pick up, because you can actually skip levels that are mandatory to get the good ending, because you need special items, but in any percent we can just collect them all. Oh, we need to hurry up and get this last guy. Come on, missed him. It's fine, we'll get him. You got him? Oh, there we go. Someday we'll get a yellow sweet. Is it going to be this level? Nope, we've got a red umbrella though. We get to it. There we go. So the red umbrella skips us 5 levels ahead. Here we have the purple lantern. That's a screen clearing item. If we collect that, it will make all of the enemies die instantly. But when we actually try to collect it, it will turn into a door. This is one of the secret doors. You actually unlock this door by just going from the bottom of the screen to the top. So we can't clear it anyway, but it's such a quick secret room that we actually just do it, because it's faster than actually trying to clear the enemies. Yeah, look at this, yellow sweet, yellow sweet. I'll save the rapid fire rate, and I'll show you when I really need it. Ready? Okay, up there. Come on. Move, move, thank you. Move, 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 thank you. Yeah, you can just absolutely annihilate people with bubbles once you've picked up the yellow sweet. Unfortunately, this isn't a very good level to show it on. Come up here, come up, come up. There you go. And just collect the bananas in between levels. We'll pick up this shoe, we don't need it because we're already running it at increased speed. But here we have the lightning bubbles. When you pop these, a lightning bolt shoots across the levels, and that's the easiest way to defeat these enemies. You can jump inside the areas with bubbles, but that's much more annoying. And like the lightning bubbles are the intended way anyway. So we have the blue sweet. I will collect that when I can. There we go. I'll just give my bubbles maximum distance. Well, not distance, but speed. I think I probably already had it, but there's no harm in picking it up twice. Collect these, they don't do anything except points. Spam bubbles. Double them all up at once, pop them all up at once. Now if you pop 3 or more enemies at a time, this is what causes the extend bubbles to appear. So on the next level you should see some letters floating up. Ideally I want to pop... Okay, they're coming down from the top, that's right. I haven't got the D, so I'd like to get the D. Behave. So yeah, you can climb up areas by jumping on your own bubbles, and we'll use that in a few levels. That hasn't really come into effect just yet. Spam. So yeah, a lot of the game is just repeating this. Each level does have its own ways of doing it. Oh, look at this book. The book just does this. It creates a swirling array of ice, and then once it reaches the edges of the screen, it freezes all the enemies. That's just the end of the level, because they're all dead. So 28 has a secret exit, but we're not actually going to use it because we're just going to bobble up all these guys. If you jump up here, it appears there. We could go in there and collect some more bonuses, but we've already beaten the level. We're just going to move on. So there are ways you can manipulate items like umbrellas and... Ooh. So this flashing heart is actually from the game Chack and Pop, which is kind of a precursor to Bubble. It makes all of the enemies stop moving, and it turns you invincible, so you can just go around and walk into them to pop them all. I didn't get the peach. Okay. So again, this is another level where you're expected to use the lightning bubbles. We're going to pop these while we can. I'm going to get that crystal ball. Oh, I need that X. Okay, just the ready left to do. I would really like some... There we go, there's a lightning bubble. Okay. Pop that one. Get rid of him. Yeah, so each level has its own time limit as well, and if you take too long, the enemies get angry and move faster. If you take even longer, that guy appears. And he will chase you, and he will not stop chasing you, and he will move faster and faster and faster until he kills you. So yeah, you kind of don't want to be too slow. So we're gonna let all these guys drop to the bottom, bubble them up, bubble, 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 pop. And we've got a giant banana. So yeah, the game is it's a very cute game, and it's one of the games from 1986. If you don't know, 1986 is a somewhat famously good year for gaming. This was like a massive arcade hit at the time. I mean, it kind of faded away quite quickly as well, but it was very big at the time. And that's because it's incredibly addictive. Once you learn how to do it, it becomes an endurance test and a half. What? So we're going to use bubbles to climb up here. I'm not actually sure what the intended way to beat these enemies are. I kind of just jump into them like that. Pop them from the edges. I assume that's how you're supposed to do it. Let's go stand in here. I'm going to climb up past these guys. Drop down. Once they start firing. So you get sometimes all of the bubbles will turn into points items. And that happens when the last two digits of your score, so your tens and your hundreds digit of your score match. Here's another book. You pick it up, everyone dies. Again, if you were actually properly understanding the game, Let's just get this umbrella because it's a blue umbrella. If you're properly understanding the game, you'd know how to force these to appear. I'm afraid I don't. Half of this I'm just winging it. Here's a bomb. Can you guess what the bomb does? That's right, it blows everything up. And this level design is the Chuck and Pop sprite. Again, just smash, bubble, everything, dead. The power-ups do kind of make this a bit OP, but that's fine. Alright, collect another crystal ball. I can see the old one's still active, but it's fine. We'll refresh our crystal ball uses. So 46 is another one with a bonus door. We're not actually going to die. Okay, don't die. Fine. This way. Die, 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 die. There we go. Okay. And for 46, if you bubble up all of the enemies at the same time without popping any of them, a secret door will appear. Oh no, wait, no, I'm thinking of a different level. 46 is the one where you have to complete it without losing a life, and then this door appears. I'm thinking of, I don't know, there's lots and lots of secret doors in this game. Let me put it that way. Alright, we're on to our first boss battle. So one thing that final Bubble has that the original game doesn't is multiple bosses. So for this first one, we have to collect this red cross, which will give us fire power. And then we use the fire power to kill the boss. Oh, we're down to bubbles again. Okay, that was closer than I would have liked. Ah, jump to the top. Unfortunately, we can't. Oh, you got this this leaf. So this leaf is a fairy. It orbits us and it kills everything it touches. I believe it lasts for 3 levels. But the issue is that if we collect another special item, it will actually disappear. Then we'll lose it early. So we kind of don't want to collect a special item. Luckily, the doors don't count. This is one of all the secret doors. This one we actually required to get the good ending. And we are going to pick up anyway, even though it's we're not going for the good ending, just because it's faster to collect it than it is to beat the enemies. You let the fairy take all care of all of the damage. Everyone is dead.
So Duck,
We
mind
fill
if
our crystal ball?
hop in with a donation and an announcement?
And not all.
Excellent.
Go ahead.
We've got $10 in from, and I'm going to butcher this, I'm so sorry. I believe it's Bogloyer? Or Bogloyer? Says, this game is a real classic. Best of luck with the run, Duck. So thank you for that $10, and that went towards the Pajama Rama Hit the Booby Traps incentive. And just to let you all know, that is quickly coming up. That's the next run. And we still need another $190 to make that booby trap incentive happen. We're also trying to get the bonus game of Space Invaders in that same game with $200 as the incentive marker, and we need that whole $200. So if you want to see either of those extra bits of gameplay in the next game, you need to get those donations in and get them in quick. Anyway, back to you, Duck.
Yeah, thank you very much. And I have some insider knowledge. I know Ruffled Bricks will really hate it if you manage to get both of those donations met. So definitely do that. It'll be funny. Sorry, Ruffled. Yeah, so back to Bubble. Again, we are basically just continuing to do the same thing. We are slightly going to do a bit of a manip in a second. There is a level where we want to... Basically, there's a couple of levels in the 60s that are really, really annoying, and I want to skip them. So I'm going to spend a fair amount of time setting things up. We're going to grab this book for now though. I'm going to freeze everything. And once the enemies are dead, you don't actually have to collect everything. Like, it is a timer before the next level starts. But it's fun to just collect everything. So we're going to collect this heart. We get hurry up straight away, but that's fine. Because everything's just going to die very quickly here. And then we move on to 57. And this is where I'm going to do some manipulations. So basically, I want to keep this level going for as long as possible. I want to fire lots of bubbles, bubble up the enemies lots of times, and just generally annoy them. So we see we've got the hurry up. Down to the last enemy, so he's not going to cause me any bother. I'm still going to waste some more time. And we're just going to keep doing some laps of the screen. Because the longer we spend in the hurry up mode, the more likely it is that we'll get a lantern in a couple of screens time. At least that's what I think. I'm not entirely sure that's how it works, but that's how it seems to work. We also hopefully will get an umbrella on the next screen.
Hey Duck, I hate to interrupt so quickly again, but it seems that someone has heeded your call. We just got a $200 donation from an anonymous donor. They say, thanks for continuing on the charity marathon season. Shoutouts to GDQ and RTA in Japan as well. You're all doing great work. And that went towards the Space Invaders bonus game. So that has now been met, everyone. So all we have left to, annoy the next runner is to get that another $190 in for the booby traps incentive. But thank you so very much for your that incredible generosity.
Yep, thank you very much. So we didn't get an umbrella on this level, which is slightly unfortunate. Hopefully we'll get it in the next one. Please don't make me play the levels in the 60s. I don't like them. They scare me. Okay, there's an umbrella. Okay, good. Skip, 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 skip. Skip. And lantern, please. Where's the lantern? There's a lantern. Okay, good. I'm glad I didn't waste all that time for nothing. So yeah, again, if you actually do a deep dive in this game, you basically turn the entire game into these kind of manips. And you should definitely check out the NES, the guys who run the NES version for that, because they have got that mastered to a T. So we've got some fire. I don't think I've actually used the fire bubbles yet. When you pop them, they drop down and they set fire to the ground that they land on. They're not particularly useful in a lot of the stages so far, but you'll see me use them quite a bit in the ones coming up. Then we come to the nice level. Just pop everything. Okay. The ones that are open like this and like flat ground, they're really easy. As long as you can spam a bubble, it's fine. So here we have to do some climbing. So we jump up here, and then we go through here and destroy everyone. Yeah, these guys just having a nice time in their little party, and Bub comes along, crashes it, murders everyone. Nice happy little game. So this is where the fire bubbles really come into their own. Or not, because I've got a book, so we'll use the book instead. But normally what you do is you try and force the fire bubbles over to those pits on the side, and then you drop them, and it would instantly burn the enemies in there. But we've got a book, so we don't need them. So here we're actually going to wait. I need to climb up here first. If I drop down now, those enemies are going to kill me. I just need to wait for them to all start moving out the way. I'll do it eventually. Here they go. And then we come down, pop them all. Okay, we missed a couple. It's fine. Come down here. Let me pop you. Come on, come down here. There you go. Oh no. So yeah, the levels start to get really complicated on these last few bits. So you might find it hard to work out how you're even supposed to get those two enemies in the middle. And to be honest, I'm not entirely sure myself. I kind of just jumped through the bottom. But I don't think that's the way you're supposed to do it. I'm being told to hurry up. I need to get rid of this guy. Come on. Hop. There we go. We're 3/4 of the way through. Got some ice cream here. This is another one that's good for fire, but I'm not going to use it because I'm just going to drop down and pop them. The issue with the fire is that it falls really slowly. And we have drunk. And the reason it's saying drunk is because that's the name of these enemies. Or it was the name of those enemies, but they're all gone now. Huh. So I don't know if there's anything else I can talk about. Perhaps I can mention. I don't know if you are familiar with the game Bobble, which is a card game. You pick two cards at random, and then you have to find the image that matches on both cards. And I wanted to make a version of that with Bubble characters, so I did. And I called that Bubble Double. Because I thought it was funny. And then I thought, well, I can tweak this, and I can make a set of cards where there's always two characters that match. So I called it the Double Bubble Double. There we go. And yeah, I can actually, if anyone actually wants that, I don't know why you would, but I literally just created it for the meme name. Right, so this one is all gravity. Oh, we've got an umbrella. Let's get the umbrella. And it's moved us on to the second boss fight. And this boss fight is basically a clone of the final boss fight, but with different level designs. And what we have to do is we have to get these items which let us shoot lightning bubbles. And then we fire a whole lot of lightning at them. And we try and avoid the flames. Avoiding the flames is not easy, but you kind of get used to the pattern after a while. And he goes down incredibly quickly. On to the final 20 levels.
Hey, Duck.
Mm-hmm.
I think Ruffled Bricks is going to be having a bad time here. We just got another $200 donation in from an anonymous donor saying, let's start this marathon off right. And yeah, with that, we've met the Pajama-Rama 100% hit the booby traps incentive as well. So thank you so much for making both of those happen. My gosh.
That's nice. We're going to get a full Iron Man 100% there. See, the trick is that annoyance always makes people want to give. So I'm really struggling to climb that wall, but I made it up eventually. I'll just shoot Bubble. Okay. I've chickened out there, I got scared. Right, come on. There we go. Popping those enemies is quite hard sometimes. Onto the microchip, as I call it. Again, this whole game is just about learning enemy patterns and working out when you can bubble things. Alright, we're gonna leave him alive. I'm gonna do a lap over here so he comes up a bit higher. I kind of want some more bubbles to come up through. Oh, come on, come up here, come up here. Hurry up, yeah, I know, hurry up. Drop down here. Don't shoot me, thank you. There we go. Bang. I'm not going to try and collect the banana. I'm very happy in this little corner. So a lot of these levels are either interesting patterns or references to various Taito games. To be honest, this one could be either. I don't actually know if this is supposed to be an interesting pattern or if it's supposed to be a reference. But I would say probably the former. It's probably just a pattern. We've also got some levels which are developer credits, which is fine too. Pop all these guys. Wait for this one. Oh, we got a nice heart there for invincibility, just as we didn't need it. But I guess that's how it goes sometimes. Ninja. This is not a shout out to the streamer. Again, I assume this is one of the developer nicknames. We've got Rainbow Island's room there, that's just gone past. And then we're up to IF. You get a lantern, kill all the enemies, it's fine, just go. Have you gotten fed up with the music yet?
Never.
Good. I could do the true ending if you want, which is twice as long. It has this music, but all of the other levels as well. You want 200 levels of this? But I think 100 is fine for now. So here we climb up this side of the wall. There is an E there, but we're not going to get it because this is a really fast level. And I'm kind of going to just hedge my bets and hope that that appears on one of the later levels. That E would have given me an extra life and let me skip the level, but it also would have removed all of my extend bubbles, so I couldn't really do it again. Come on. Yeah. Hop. Pop. No, I messed that one up. Try again. Pop. There we go. Drop down. Get the banana. There we go. Right. Only a few more levels to go. Now this is one I really would like an extend on. If it's going to give me one. But I bet it won't. Okay, good. I'm just gonna jump up and get this guy from inside. Okay, 98, we're getting close to the end. For some reason, only now we're being welcomed. Or welcome. Or WBLCOMB. I don't know. Again, this is just a case of trap them in here and just take pot shots at them. Where you're safe. Move. Okay.
Come on, Duck.
To the final.
You know it's the legendary Wobble Comb.
The Wobble Comb, you're right. My mistake. So the this is perfect time. So we pop the final lead, we get the extend, this gives us an extra life, and we don't have to play that level. Which is great, because I didn't want to play that level. And it takes us straight to the final boss. So time is when we defeat the final boss. If you saw me do the last boss, you'll recognise this, because this is exactly the same thing again. But this time, with a super drunk. So we're going to shoot electric at the sides, and pop them, send them his way. He fires a load of bottles at us, and they're very hard to dodge, but luckily the lightning will actually destroy them. Okay, I don't know how to survive that one. Move that out of the way. Come on. So when I fire a wave of lightning, that's mostly to avoid the bottles, rather than hurt him. I mean, I'm obviously hoping to hurt him as well, but I'll just take the dodge. Come on. Oh, no, I hit myself. Don't hit yourself. There we go, and time. We're just going to collect the items, and we're going to stand by this door. And it's going to tell us bad end, because we didn't get the magical balls. We got the one in stage 50, but we didn't get the other two. So if you do collect the crystal balls, the secret ones, you get access to the second half of the game, where there's another 100 levels and another 5 required items to collect. And only once you get all of those can you actually see the true ending. But we're not going to do that today. Thanks for watching. Anything to add, Nordic?
No, thank you for that that excellent showcase of what is one of my favorite games from my childhood, I gotta say. But I do have one more big announcement to make here. It's a big donation from our very own Tiny Tim. He throws $190 at us, says, "Hey all, we're having a fantastic time so far, but let's get those incentives. Cheers." And he put that towards one of our secret incentives, actually. It's something that's going to be coming up here tomorrow, which is the Elder Scrolls 4 incentive to see that beaten in under 10 minutes. So yeah, we actually opened up a secret incentive because of that. So thank you so much, Tim, for your generosity. And again, thank you, DigitalDuck, for this amazing showcase. Coming up next,
thank you.
We are going to have Ruffled Bricks playing Pajama-Rama. And thanks to the generosity of all of our donors, we're going to annoy them twice with those 2 added incentives. So stick around through the intermission, and we'll be back before you know it.